Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to another night of ESA Cup. It is going to be me, Bozamax, and today I am accompanied by Mighty, our Mighty Region. Am I saying it correctly? Did I say it? Did I just fuck it up?
You did nearly say it correctly. It's Mighty Ryujin here. I am pleasure to be here tonight, and I'm totally blessed in the same way. And I maybe want to greet my German companies at first because we have a complete German match at first, and I'm
Ooh.
totally happy to join in my debut here on the ESA Cup with a German matchup. Especially when I know the teams very well. E-Wave against Empire, two German teams that have absolutely shown in other leagues as well as here in the ESA that they can play Rainbow on a very high level. So I'm excited at maximum level to see what they will bring to us today.
I'm very excited as well. We would have usually have 3 matches coming up for you tonight, 3 beautiful matches, but unfortunately, our middle match, which was going to be Minions versus Nemesis by Nightwolves, unfortunately had to be forfeited by Nightwolves or Nemesis as they did not have sufficient players for tonight. Luckily, that leaves us still with 2 beautiful matches, and also again, luckily, the final match for today, Team Cook versus Disco Pogo by Photon, can be pulled forward, so we won't have a huge break, huge waiting time between the 2 matches, and so we can just keep up the roll going. But 2 matches for tonight: E-Wave versus Empire to start out with, and then later Cook versus Disco Pogo by Photon. So those matches are going to be very, very exciting. Of course, we are right now in Group B of the third week of ESA Cup Season 6. And I mean, you can just take a quick look at the standings here. The free win that went towards Team Minions already has been recorded, so was the loss for Nemesis by Nightwolf. But that leaves us with 4 other teams who still need to play their third match for today. Interestingly, all those 4 teams are on 3 points today, which is absolutely insane. It's crazy. Like it means that so many things can happen today. And yeah, basically teams are gonna get either 3 points, 2 points, or 1 point tonight, or even 0 points, depending on how they perform. But the Group B standings are gonna shift quite a bit today. What do you think?
Absolutely, I will just hang on there in the same way because you just said we have 4 teams on 3 points after after 2 playdays until now. They have matches to play today, and it will absolutely show what the difference will be after this day. We have Disco Poker with the potential way to keep their second place as well. We have E-Wave, Empire, Team Cook. Everyone wants to gain that second place, want to be just one step back and behind of all first minions that
Mhm.
are climbing away a little with 9 points here, have no losses. Unfortunately, forfeit from Team Nemesis here by Nightwolf. We can't change that, but minions will be absolutely glad. They will take them for free, no problem. But I think that will just motivate the teams even more that we will see today, especially the teams that have been so incredibly good in the off seasons in other leagues that way.
Mhm.
So I will think we will have an extremely close match here, and the starter match will be a very, very tough one for either teams. E-Wave has a big roster, a good skilled roster. Every one of those players can play Rainbow at his best level, but even
Mhm.
Empire, you don't gotta underestimate Empire. Empire is strong. Empire can, in every situation, come back, even if it is a 1v5. So I
Yeah.
am very happy to see what these teams will bring here, and I will absolutely enjoy watching which team takes home the points.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how things will go. We do have a little bit of fun facts about these teams, and we can also do our own prediction a little bit. But if we just take a look at E-Wave, they had an absolute great match against Team Penta last Sunday, I believe it was, which was in Fire League Console Season 1, where they in the end managed to beat Penta with a 3-2 score in the BO5 Grand Final. They have also beaten teams like Team Misclick and Kanji recently during the same tournament as well. And also, if you take a look back at the previous season of ESA Cup, like last season, which ended like back in May, they actually ended between the 9th and 12th spot in that competition. If we also take a look at their stats, their win rates for this year so far, so only 2023, we see that they have played 30 maps, of which 53% they managed to win. So it's a little bit close to the 50-50 mark, but still, in general, the highest percentage they tend to win. The same thing goes for the Empire. They also played in the previous season of ESA Cup where they ended seventh, between seventh and sixth, I believe that should be, or seventh and eighth. And meaning they did do a little bit better than E-Wave in that season. But if we look at their win rate for this season in terms of maps again, they have played 8 maps, or at least 8 maps were recorded on our source Wikipedia, and they only managed to win 37% out of those 8 maps, which is not ideal. It's not great, but we'll see how things go. But at the same time, we also always do a prediction with our viewers on Twitter, where you viewers at home can actually cast your vote on Twitter, and let's just see how it went.
I'm blessed to see how it went, and it was kind of obvious. I would say I don't want to take any side here. I don't want to pick sides because we're custom. We have to be neutral. But I thought in the moment I saw this prediction, I just said Ewe will take this prediction home. Ewe just has a little bit bigger fan base, has a bit stronger organization, so that they have a little bit more votes in Empire is not to wonder about, I think. But it could also be completely wrong. Empire has their skills, and if you go in BU1 as the underdog, you have no pressure, in my opinion. You have no real pressure from the audience. You can play more chilled out. You can play a little bit chiller. I don't know if that could be an impact on EUF, that they maybe be a little stressed or distracted from this community pressing up to them, saying you're the top champs here. You got to win this.
Indeed, it's something you gotta win. It will be a good match for them. But let's just see before we can actually start with this match, which map we're going to be playing. And it turns out we're going to be playing Villa. Villa, in my opinion, beautiful map to be playing at. It's a great map. It's a very interesting map. Has been around for a bit of time. And on the sides, of course, we can also see the map bans that have been banned by each team. And I mean, since you know these teams a little bit better, maybe you do have some ideas why these maps were banned or not. I don't know. But in general, it could be that some target bans have happened. I'm not entirely sure. But I think both.
I'm not quite sure if we have target bans here, because I know the teams. I've seen them play before, but I don't really know the players within. I don't know what the coaches with the strategic way upon these matchups, because I know both of the teams EWF, both as Empire, they tend to pick out their bad maps that they don't play that well in the last games, the last scrims. They're putting out those maps first, and then they also always look at their opponents. Which maps are the opponents good on? Maybe we can just pull out and look at what are the strengths of the teams. Which maps are we then gonna do enclosure? Which maps do we want to play? And Villa is a very interesting pick, because Villa is a map that's huge. You have many attacking points. You have many attacking sides. You can play very well with grenades from above up to down, or from down upwards. So I'm very interested to see if we will see some grenade plays here and some vertical plays, because this map absolutely invites for that.
Yeah, it's one of those maps who really serves that purpose. And one of the first operator bans just came in. It was coming from Team Orange, which in this case is Team Empire. And we're seeing a Ying ban. Ying, not the most common operator to be banned in general. I mean, she's kind of like usually towards the middle of the ban rates. For now, she has been banned 11 times already during this season, and this is going to be her 12th. The next operator to be banned is going to be Nuk, even more banned so than Ying. This will be her 14th ban so far. And for this reason, the most banned operators in general for the offensive side have been banned, which could have been a little bit predictable.
Absolutely. As my best friend Stucky would say, there are reasonable balance here with Jing and Nuk. Both operators very strong, very distracting here in that situation. Nuk, even though a very strong operator with their weapon, with the grenades, with the ability, especially on Villa, where you have some few dark corners, very often corners where it's not so protected with cameras, so you can maybe get some good advantages and angle advantages where you just can sneak in on. And afterwards, we have also a Fenrir ban. Fenrir, the newest operator in the roster of Siege. Absolutely understandable. That operator has so many good and strong sides within that you don't really know how to counter yet, so I can understand why this pick happens, as well as the Zami. The keeper barriers, especially on Villa, you can build so many great angles with it. So many cheeky angles that are very hard to play against in the attack. So I can understand why this operator has been taken out here as well.
Yeah, indeed. And as we're now finally starting with the first round of this match, we're heading over to the trophy and statuary bomb site. The bomb site, that's one of the few ones that you can play on this map. I mean, technically in Villa, every single map of bomb site is playable with just a library and living bomb sites. Just staying out a little bit. You don't see it too often. It does get pulled out a little, like every now and then. in general, teams are not too comfortable with playing on that bomb site for now. So we'll start with this one, and let's just see how the teams will be setting up.
So what do we see here? We see an Empire building up just only on the top floor, like it seems. They're kind of playing it kind of tightly here. Just having someone roam into the bathroom, playing with Frost to hold down the windows. And we have Ravs from E-Wave going down in the garage. Already in with Jekyll, making his way up on from Whiteside to Pantry Stairs.
Yeah, he's already making his way into the kitchen very soon. Does find a bit of footprints, but I believe from some verticality, some holes have been made above him. He did get spotted, did get damaged quite a bit. Runs back outside, runs back to safety, and tries to approach the building from another way. Talking about different kind of approaches, Dipsy, one of the other members on the side of E-Wave, is currently trying to find a way in from the study side. He's currently droning and just looking for the first bit of entries. As Mati finds the first. Is the Jaeger.
There comes the first frag, and it hits the Jaeger. It hits Sad Bitchy. And that was just beautiful here. Beautiful execution here from Mati by E-Wave. Just committing into the gunfight, going in, getting the kill out there. And starting upon this round. So the first opening frag goes to E-Wave in round number 1.
That's indeed the first member taken care of. Dipsy is currently very close to landing already. Can easily make an approach to any of the bomb sites, but with the barricades in the way, he needs to open up and will give away his position. At the same time, there's actually someone coming from the flank. No, it's not from the flank. He just sprays through the barricade, takes out the Hibana. At the same time, it's Mati with a kill there on Moritz, taking out 2 in total there on the side of Empire Gaming, leaving us with a 4 versus 3, with still 1.5 minutes left on the clock.
Drop the bomb diffuser.
Well, as Frost finds 2, his Ruffs and Riz was taken out. There's only 2 attackers left remaining. The Yana and the Flores left standing for the team on the side of E-Wave. Still plenty of time, 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock from where they can do quite a bit of damage. Gather information, but as far as goes, finds another one, takes out Dex. It's all coming down to Mati. It's 1 versus 3 situation. He gets damage and sprays through the wall. And Nikon, with the final kill, secures the first round for the side of Team Empire. Empire Gaming, excuse me.
Yeah, you just see Empire just being cool, being calm with their positions. They know their advantages with the positions as well. Playing it cool, playing it tight, letting E-Wave come up to the spot and just holding their positions, keeping those pixel peaks clear, holding those aim sights down, and making it impossible for E-Wave to even get close onto the side and even into the side. So very well executed round here, very good. Hold up against E-Wave. Even though E-Wave had a good entry here into the round, I thought. They had some good ideas, went from different areas into the spot, into the map. But in the second opinion, we just had an Empire that just, yeah, maybe just had a little bit too good standing here in the first round.
Yeah, indeed, it was the first good round there for the side of Entropy Gaming. They're playing on the defense and do have a bit of the luxury just to wait for the opponent team to just come at them. And all this way, they do have a bit of luxury here. Also, if we bring up the statistics for the map Villa, I mean, Villa has been played quite a bit of times. 22 rounds in total have been played during this competition so far. Actually, it's a very, very defensive-sided map so far, with a 72, let's run it up to 73% win rate on the defense versus only 27% on the offensive side. So, yeah, defenders currently, I mean, very clearly having a little advantage here. For that reason, it's also not too surprising for Empire Gaming to just start out with the first round going to their side.
Absolutely. The stats are talking for themselves. We have an extremely advantage for the defenders in the rounds played so far. And we kind of see it here a little bit. And I can absolutely agree with the stats because you see what Empire is doing here. They're playing it. You can play the spots on the Villa so big and so tight in both ways. Both ways function very well. Like you see here, you have a complete lockdown from main stairs until 90 back to landing to the front dorm of hunting of Wolf. Wolf, we have a Ravs trying to drone upon here. Savage in the first. 90. You get a little trouble there from Dipsy. Ravs now into pursuit, drawing a little back here. Trophy. Minute 20 gone.
Indeed, 1 minute 20 gone. There's already attackers having quite a bit of control so far. I believe they've even managed to push back the person who was playing a 90 yet exactly since Dex has gained control over this 90 position. A very strong position for the attacking team to be in. But one big problem is that the defending team has picked mute jammers, placed quite a bit of them, and in this way, made it a little bit more difficult for them to open some of the walls. We do see the mute jammer being pinged out and an explosion happening from below. Likely Mati, no, not Mati, maybe someone else. I did see an explosion coming from below. But maybe this way they have been trying to deal with those mute jammers to hopefully open up the wall at one point.
We're getting closer. Only 60 seconds left, and Raz is into the first pursuit here, trying to get an angle here on Sanity, but Sanity just giving up the biggest hits here. When the first comes here, the opening frag from Ravs, hunting down Bitchy again. Bitchy first frag again. Maddie gets into second, but a double kick for first Ghost. Equalizes, and Ravs can gain the advantage again, getting Sanity.
Yeah, this leaves us with a 3 versus 2 situation as Rest has been revived. 25 seconds of clock, but Nikon finds one, but gets refragged immediately there by Rest. It's now all coming down to Forest Ghost, who's playing in this 2 versus 1 position. He does notice someone there, and it actually finds him as he's trying to retreat. That's a triple kill here going to Rest, but unfortunately, he won't get his fourth as Ravs find the final kill there on Forest Ghost. Takes him out, and this time the round goes to E-Wave, to the offensive side, Team Blue, and their average score is now 1-1.
Yeah. You just saw a round where the defending team could hold back the attackers a little long in the moment, but E-Wave still holding up strong, still in the advantages. They just be confident into gunfights, move in, get a clean shot, get a clean sight on the opponent, getting the kills, and that's just how you play the game. Easy like that. You have a team that holds strong upon the spots, but you have a team against the pressures all above, and it's either way. Even if the defenders fall, the attackers fall a little, and it's only about which team gets the best angles in that moment. And in the second round, it just was E-Wave in that situation.
Yeah, indeed. And one of the things that really stands out for me from the side of Empire Gaming is that they don't really like to extend. A lot of teams we do see extensions happening. I mean, the last time when they were playing in Trophy Statuary, often see extension towards the Aviator Games bomb side, and at the same time when they're playing Aviator Games, you often see an extension towards Trophy Statuary, and that's just something that Empire Gaming so far is not bothering about at all. I mean, it's fine. You can decide to not have any of those extensions, but not having those extensions means you will be giving quite a bit of free space towards the side of E-Wave, after which they can clear the building fairly quickly and be on your doorstep very early on. That's exactly also what happened in the first round, but then still was Empire Gaming still working things towards a favor. But one thing might be a little bit more positive here for the side of Empire Gaming. This time, E-Wave did not bring any Jackal whatsoever, which will make the clearing process a little bit more time-consuming, and they will fully need to rely on drones.
Yeah. I don't really know what to say about that because you just really picked up everything that I had to say or something, but it's totally okay. We see another round here, another round. We have entries from Revs. They're already in landing, and we have already lost the first minute. Maria down beneath, getting some intel for his team. Then moving up slowly. Could set the first vertical nades here that could hit potentially. Aiming up onto Moritz. Any explosions yet? I'm kind of nervous.
Yeah, indeed, very nervous, because the attackers are basically on the doorstep once more of the defending team. And with mostly every single defender either playing inside the bomb side or towards the southern side of the bomb side, the pressure is going to be very, very high very soon. Attackers don't need to be worrying too much about any flanks, because those are not happening either. And this way, the attackers are just getting so much free space and could put so much pressure on the bomb sites. And likely this round will soon turn into one big bloodbath.
Yeah, I'm kind of unsure what Empire's plan or game plan is here, because yeah, you can hold it spot with 5 players on. Just one a little bit out roaming now, dropping down from mains. There's already just thrown out. The first goes getting the first hit, falling out first, and the opening frag against the opening frag goes to E-Wave, a 3rd time in a row.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Indeed, and as Nikon gets a kill there on Riz, Rez is back to an equal 4 versus 4 equal man count, but as Rez finds another one, it's Zedbachi taken out this time. 3 defenders left standing versus 4 attackers, with Dex already inside the bomb site and somehow going for the flank, trying to bait the flank, however, trying to bait the C4, successfully baits it, but immediately goes back in, gets taken out by Nikon. It's a 3 versus 3. Diffuser picked up by Hibana, for Hibana by the Yana again, and still another opportunity with 15 seconds on the clock.
Dipsy gets the next one, gets Sanity, and now we have Mati on the plant. Nikon alone on top of bar,
Attackers are
trying to
activating the
make his
diffuser.
way through Vault. He's in Vault now, trying to get some vision. Dipsy out on the veranda. He gets Dipsy. Triple kill. Denied by Vaz. Moritz gets Mati. Now it's a 1v1.
Indeed, a 1 versus 1 rest, and Mort's only one standing. Mort needs to do it for his team. He needs to find a player, needs to go for the defuse, but he only has 16 seconds remaining. Not too much time. He needs at least 7 to go for the defuse. Where Refs is perfect, as Refs is perfectly covering from the study. Has a very nasty line of sight actually through the broken wall. Gets the kill and wins the round here for the offensive side of E-Wave and puts a score on 2-1.
So after the first round loss against Empire, we have an E-Wave getting 2 rounds, now in the lead. And that could give them the beginning of a momentum run that Empire absolutely has to deny here. They gotta get back on track as soon as possible to deny a carry away by E-Wave with momentum. Could be potentially dangerous in those next 2 rounds. And we go back to Statuary and Trophy. The spot that worked so perfectly fine for Empire in the first round. Can they retake it in round number 4?
I really think that Empire needs to find a new way to go for the defensive approach. Like those extensions is something they really need to make happen, or at least find a way to slow down the enemy. Because like I pointed out previous rounds, we just saw it in the previous round as well.
10 seconds to go.
They're just giving so much free space to E-Wave to just be on the doorstep within the first
5 seconds to go.
1.5 minutes. There's just so much time for the attacking team to work with, and there's so much pressure on the defenders playing on site, where in the end it almost gets impossible to just continue to do your job. So somehow E-Wave needs to find Empire needs to find a way to slow down E-Wave, because if they don't, I don't think things will go well for them this round either.
I neither do, because we have seen the first one, it kind of functioned for Empire. They played it very tight together as a unit. They tried that as well in games, and I just forgot the spot name.
It's okay. It's okay.
They tried it there twice and it didn't function. It is. I just want to say it is because it just plays against their cards. It plays complete into the cards of E-Wave, because you have, you can hold together. You can hold each other very well if you have a 5-man strong hold on a spot. But it just makes E-Wave a very easy play, because you just have to get the perfect intel. Where do we guys stand? Where do we have them standing? So we just can peek them up. We have 2 very, very aggressive, very good players with Mati and Revs on Ewave's team. They're very good to keep out those angle holders. But the first frag hits, and it went against Dipsy. Revs going in, getting 2 here. And then he falls as well. Sanity gets muddy.
Okay,
Dex
wow.
down. And that went really fast now.
Yeah, within a very short amount of time, 3 members on the side of E-Wave did get taken out, leaving Empire left standing, and therefore getting them the round win. So the match is going very back and forward so far. We're now back to a 2-2 score, so it can really go either way from here. I mean, both teams are doing well. I must still say, I'm not a fan of how Empire is defending the bomb sites. They're lucky for those 2 rounds that they managed to win, to still have enough like Windows gunfights and to somehow deny the pressure from E-Wave. But if they continue to put themselves in these tight situations, things could potentially get very difficult for them for the remaining 2 rounds as they're playing as a defending team.
Yes, it absolutely could be very, very potentially. It could be very hard for them, because I kind of get a feeling of Empire, like a 5-man party. Sitting on the same couch.
Yes.
There's not really much space between those on the same side. they're trying their best, but I think they really got to get their roamer on move, and they got to split up. They can't just even try to play 6 rounds in the defense with 5 men on side or close to side. They just got to move a little bit more. They got to use the space. Villa is such a big map. Maybe try to just steal the opponent some time where the entry in from the basement or from the main area, just to get some time done before you just move slowly back to the side.
Yeah, and surprisingly to me, or maybe not that surprisingly, as after we saw the first 4 rounds, the top floor has been completely left untouched. Luckily, Sadbechi has relocated himself towards the top floor, but there's not a single reinforcements to help to enforce the defense on the top floor. Like I like to say, this is like a vertical bomb site. You can easily defend the bomb site from above, deny the attack, deny the plant if you have top control as the defending team, but at the same time, if you give it away to the attacking team, they can easily utilize it to make it an absolute nightmare to play on site. And as Empire likes to play on site, I would highly recommend them to put some top floor pressure. And so far, that's not working out very well, as the Jaeger, one of the players who was playing upstairs, already died.
I don't want to say, but we have the 4th first frag situation going in the hands of E-Wave in round number 5. And every single round, E-Wave has had first opening frag. It's always hitting Sadbechi. I kind of feel bad for this man.
Yeah, it's another good thing to always get taken off first, and it might mean that you kind of need to change your playstyle. As we now find ourselves in a 3 versus 4 situation, it's currently the members of Empire Gaming having the man advantage, and it's something that we haven't really seen that often before. However, Dex has other plans, takes out Sanity, equalizes things, and turns things back to a 3 versus 3, where the attackers are now utilizing the top control to create lots of verticals to make it very difficult to play on side. Next to that, we also have an ace and a Thatcher available, but even open up things even further.
So that we have to see what is the game plan here. We have first Ghost coming here from back hallway, gets ripped out here from Raz. Now taking advantage again for E-Wave, where they're slowly but safely going closer to the side. We have already one on side, I saw. Ravs on side on dining, makes pressure. Maybe he can lure out Nikon. Nikon swings above, swings around, gets Revs. Another equalizer here, 2 against 2. We have 44 seconds left. And I think we've got to think more about getting down those Astro making more pressure on the side, because we see the standings from Moritz and Nikon, and they're just well. And as I say it, Moritz gets undetected run from Raz, and the next undetected. Nikon gets Dex, and this round number 5 goes in the hand of Empire.
Yeah, indeed. Empire retaking the lead, putting themselves on a 2-3 score. Just one more round remaining for them to play as a defending team, after which they can go to the offense, which they seem to prefer, as that's their preferred and chosen overtime side for this map. So I'm expecting big things of Empire if they once they go to the attack. But the question is, with what score will they go to the attack? Will they manage to win one more streak of one more round and create a 2-win streak, or will E-Wave equalize things and bring things to 3?
Yeah, round number 6, and it will be a very interesting one, because we are back on the side and ball and Aviator, and we have lost that space 2 times in the eyes of Empire. Now we have to play it once more, and it counts. Do they get a 4-on-2 roll swap, or does it be a 3-on-3 roll swap? Either way, I think E-Wave already is very happy about the 2 points they already have gotten in the defense. But I know those guys very well, and they want this 3rd. They want to go equalize into the roll swap to get the best standing possible now.
Yeah, well, as this is an E-Wave, a defensive favorite map, indeed, it's a very good thing for E-Wave to already have at least 1-2 rounds. They have done well, and after this they will go to the defense as well, which will only potentially provide some more opportunities for them. Meanwhile, the attackers are already approaching the building, and one thing we need to be very careful about is that this time the defenders do seem to have some offside presence. At least the Warden is currently on the roam, is looking for some early entries, as the attackers are making their way towards the building, and potentially he will find anyone very soon.
We are now protected.
So we just look upon. Meanwhile, E-Wave now joins in on the fun, moves in through Bathroom and Master gaining steps onto side, getting closer. We have one down beneath, roaming here. It's Serbici going for the roam, for Empire. Still having 4 of his teammates close up on the side, 3 on an onside, 1 on top main stairs, I think. Bitch is kind of in a distressed position there. Can't really move much further.
Yeah, you almost would suggest that the members of E-Wave seem to know about the position of that warden, as Yana is just taking so much time to hold an angle. Eventually, she loses her patience and goes off the angle, giving the warden an opportunity to escape. But at the same time, the attackers already have gotten quite a bit of control, and already have gotten 90 control, and already started opening the wall. Even so.
Minute and 10 left, and the time ticks against E-Wave in this situation. They gotta begin to do something here. They move on, and Sebic now finally gets his kill that he has been waiting for such long. Gets Dex here. So the opening frag goes to Empire in round number 6.
Yeah, with a 4 versus 3 and only 15 seconds remaining, the attackers must make their move very soon. Riswas is the first one to actually make it in, finds the smoke in order to mute, playing near the vault door, and actually gets the kill. Smoke is unfortunately not hitting the target. Second one neither. Lots of damage not being done, unfortunately. And as Dipsy gets a double kill, it's the call for Riswas to go for the defuser. 4 versus 2 situation. When Nico trying to contest it and actually manages to take out the defusing player, but then gets taken out immediately there by Raps, leaving Seth Batchy all alone in this 3 versus 1. Diffuser not planted, lost in sight, but then Dipsy getting that final kill on the side of Empire Gaming, and therefore equalizing the score and bringing things to 3-3.
Very strong round he played by Dipsy, getting at least 3 kills that I saw, maybe even a 4th. I'm kind of unsure there, but very good positioning from Dipsy, holding down the anger from the veranda, keeping his guys clear from study. And that's the way we're going. 6 rounds played, 3 on 3. And now E-Wave on their batter side in the defense. And we go to Aviator
Attackers need to locate
games.
and defuse as many bombs as they
The spotted just one in attack, no in the defense. What are your opinion? What will maybe the playstyle of E-Wave be now, Max?
Sorry?
What will this playstyle from E-Wave be? What do you expect?
Well, what I'm expecting from E-Wave is a bit more methodological kind of setup, a bit more thought-through setup. It's like what we saw from Empire Gaming. It was like a very basic setup, mostly just barricades and reinforcing and kind of boxing themselves in. I'm kind of expecting something else from E-Wave here, even though we don't see any extension happening yet. Although 4 players now moving their way towards the northeastern side of the map. Reinforcements happening. Yes, exactly what I expected. E-Wave is going for an extension and just trying to go a bit more for the time waste, for those opening picks on the other side of the map, and then eventually, when things get too hot for them, fall back to the bomb site, where, of course, the end game will happen. But in doing so, hopefully wasting enough time, getting some picks to make their defense even more possible.
Yeah, absolutely. I even though for my sake, I was really looking forward to this because I knew they would play kind of like a handbrake move here, making it very hard for Team Empire to get a good on entry, playing it very wide, playing it on the complete top floor, as we see, aiming down the most sides where you can enter. We have still got Nikon and First Ghost in bedroom and bathroom, and we just see it. They're stealing time. E-Wave is taking time from the clock of Empire, and it's completely smartly done for this map.
Yeah, indeed. Attackers now taking full control over the northern side of the map. However, I think the attackers are looking to pre-play Scene 4 and to try and find someone from below, which of course could be a very, very strong wave to get those first opening picks. Attackers, like I said, getting the first bit of control. Forage Ghost already making his way towards the trophy entrance. And from here, he'll soon be able to concentrate there on 90. But he needs to be very careful about a Jaeger hiding in the bushes.
Yeah, Matti here, very, very cheeky positioning on Landon. We gotta look above. He doesn't get scavenged up by Flores. Flash Nate is coming. Do they have intel on Matti here is the big question. Matti now dropping down red. Dropping to safety. Gets seen by Moritz here as well. But ignoring him. Letting him live. First Ghost. Goes in. Gets the first kill. Gets Dex. That's an opening frag for Team Empire.
Yeah, but these attackers have established control here over the side of 90, which is one of the key positions they want to get control over. Just looking for those cameras that have been placed, or at least the echo drones in this case, which can gather very valuable information and can disrupt the attack quite a bit, but unfortunately not finding anything yet. However, the attacking side seems to be kind of worrying about any flank happening. They did bring the Nomad, but the flank is not happening yet. And with 45 seconds on the clock, this run is going to be very tense towards the end.
It will be very tense because we have 40 seconds left on the clock, and now Razor's joining in on the fun, getting Sanity. Dipsy gets Nikon, and we're turning around again by E-Wave, turning this round to their advantage. But First Ghost isn't finished here. Gaining another refrag to the equalize.
Yeah, Betty was seemingly ran through the bomb site to actually get the kill there on the Echo, turns things into a 2v3 with 15 seconds remaining. Dipsy doing lots of damage, but unfortunately not getting the kill, but Refs on the side of main entrance gets a kill and activates his ability to hopefully find the diffuser, but unfortunately just a little too late. Does do a bit of damage there with his impact, but unfortunately the diffuser has been planted in a 2 versus 1, but a 1 versus 2 as Dipsy gets finished as he was injured. And now we find ourselves in a 1 versus 2 situation with Refs, the only man standing.
Be a very hard situation here. Moritz makes it short, gets down Revs, quick and nice, quick and easy. And that way Empire can gain an advantage again, winning the first round in the attack. Just like E-Wave did.
Yeah, indeed, Empire winning their first offensive round, which kind of potentially might set the tone for this overtime. Of course, it was only the first round. It might be a bit early to judge. But so far in the first half, both teams did just as well. So getting the first attacking round is, of course, a good thing to reclaim the advantage that the previous round managed to lose. And for now, with a 3-4 score, we'll be heading towards the same bomb site once more. And for second attempt, E-Wave might succeed, as they have brought a slightly different lineup, which might just work.
Absolutely agreeing on that one. And I'm writing down a few stats here just for my information. We have played 7 rounds so far, and we have a first frag situation here. E-Wave have gained the first frag 4 times. Empire now after the roll swap gaining up onto 3, getting the rally upon here. Even in the first frag refrag situation, we have E-Wave with 1 refrag directly after the first frag, Empire with 2. And in the general refrags in the situation, we have 5-on-5 refrags. So we see here the opponents playing very rough against each other. We have frags, and very often the frag continues with a refrag from the opponent team. So we don't see one-way gameplay here. We see both teams playing very rough and very hard against each other. Don't giving away 1 square inch for free.
No, indeed. Not giving any square inch for free. That's one of the things that the members of E-Wave really want to do. To just hold back the attack as long as possible. And we do indeed see this in the way they have set up themselves. Quite a bit of an extent. Something we didn't see from the side of Empire. And last time it did help out quite a bit. But still, Empire was able to reclaim the lead and reclaim the momentum and eventually go for the win.
They surely did, But the execution from Empire with just 40 seconds left on the clock was a very strong play. They risk it, but they committed into the gunfight. They committed into their attack and just get a win. Was absolutely deserved after that attack. That was so perfectly executed by my side, or by my opinion. And now we have Moritz again getting the first pick on Dipsy. But again, we see frag on refrag, and it's double weight. Refs, it's Nikon. Moritz get refs in the second upon.
Yeah, things just falling apart for the side of E-Wave. They're just playing very aggressive and trying to refrag each other, but Empire seems to be very ready for those kind of actions. As Riswas does find Morris, however, he turns things in favor a little bit more on their side, and unfortunately then he gets taken out by Sad, leaving Matthew all alone in this 1 versus 3. Turns it into 1 versus 2, but it might already be too late. Sanity is going for the defuse. Forrest goes on the cover, and the question is, Matthew unfortunately cannot stop it. The question is, will he be able to retake and go for the defuse, or will he fall? Oh, there's
Mati overseeing Sanity there behind the aviator door. Gets a little shock moment there, but Sanity, even though had a little bombers section there with just throwing the drone and just throwing it in completely in the face of Mati there. So a quick shocker moment for both of them, but in advance, Empire gets another round done, gets another round on the table. So we have 5-on-3. And the underdogs leading up on with 2 points. They're building up a score difference. I'm
Attackers need to
kind of
locate
thinking
and
that
defuse the
Empire
bomb.
feels are very comfortable right now after the roll swap. I think they feel more confident now and than rather the first 6 rounds in the defense.
Yeah, indeed. I really feel like that Empire is in a very good position. I'm just quickly bringing up back that poll again. 78% for E-Wave, as you can see, and 22% for Empire. So I can also imagine that our viewers are a little bit surprised by what's going on at the moment. But of course, it's not too late yet. This can really still go either way. E-Wave should be very capable of still working things back into their favor. They only lost the 2 first rounds of their defense.
10 seconds
And
left.
surprisingly, they are going for the same bomb site once more. I think they really, really believe in
5
their
seconds
setup
to go.
here, in their chances. And you know the saying, 3 times
Attackers are
is a
moving to
charm.
defuse
The
a
question
bomb.
is, will it really be, or is it just some stupid saying that doesn't work?
As many great coaches in sports history already have said, when the confidence in yourself dies, the loss has begun. And we see here Ravs with the first gaining kill again. This time it is first Ghost that falls up out of Empire here. The strongest, the top frag falling out here, and that could be a potential backbreaker for this round number 9. A good advantage taken here by E-Wave. Now we just gotta see if they can keep the momentum up here in this round.
Yeah, that's indeed the thing that E-Wave has been looking for, to just start out the round with their advantage. Meanwhile, the first ace charges are coming out to just peel off a bit of those defensive layers that the defending team has been setting up. So Empire is still looking for a way to make things right. And in the end, this wall gets opened up. The mirror window gets taken care of. A little bit less things to hide behind. Meanwhile, Nikon getting 1 kill as well, taking out the Wamai player, turning things back to a 4 versus 4, and therefore equalizing the man count.
We have a take by Sanity in to the master bedroom. We also have a take in bathroom. We have Revs down beneath. Could potentially be a threat for the guys from the Empire because he has a Sophie running. Could potentially be a vertical play here with Mozzie. Meanwhile, we have Bitchy going through Trophy, getting down the Mozzie drones.
And Mozzie just waiting for the call, waiting for the right information, throws out the C4, and in the end finds Sanity. That's one less attacker to be worrying about. That's the ace of the board as well. I believe he still had one of his 8 charges, but he could have very much used to either open up the study or the vault wall, and that the threat is luckily off the board. So 4 versus 3 with still quite a bit of utility remaining, especially as Mort also finds reps. The player would just took out their ace. Things are back to 3 versus 3. And 55 seconds on the clock. It can really go either way from this moment.
Yeah, we have an equalized setting. We have a very strong hold here by E-Wave though on the side with the mirror, and also one breaker and another opponent here with Dipsy running the shotgun. It could be a potential very dangerous entry here because we have a Dex on the Melusi. If the gates drop in the entry doors, and Dipsy will just swing around with his shotgun. The kills is made. Merge down. E-Wave gaining the advantage once more. Bitch again against Dipsy. Dipsy getting a lot of hits here. We have 12 seconds left.
10 seconds left.
Only 12 seconds left. 2 kills on each side, but in the end, it's Rismas with the final kill there on Betchy, taking him out with the C4, thrown from a safe position from Study, and therefore the last offensive player on the side of Empire. Finally, E-Wave breaking the 2-run win streak from Empire and turning things into 4-5, closing the gap a little bit, but still 1 point behind on their opponents.
But look, we had round 9. We're in round number 10 now. Which importance did that just have? That E-Wave gained again the advantage here, get another round done, closing the gap down to 1 point only, and didn't get another point on their crossback because a 6-on-3 after 9 rounds on Villa is a very hard situation to come back. Now they have made it a little bit easier, but they still have to see that they're in the best way, and now in round number 10 get the equalizing point to then just slowly get more and more confidence again in their own play style here in the defense, because they have a plan, they have a game plan, but it feels kind of shaky in an execution. They're not really playing down like I know E-Wave.
No, indeed, you must know E-Wave much better than I do. I've only really seen them a little bit so far, but E-Wave does seem to be like a decent team, and they are certainly struggling. Also, if we look back at what the community was expecting of this match, they clearly expected E-Wave to be more successful so far. Of course, it's not over. It can still go to their favor. But I guess if people would have seen how well or Empire would do, or how E-Wave would struggle, I can imagine we would have seen a bit more of a closer vote.
But we gotta see it in a logical way. There's so many factors here running upon the heads of the players here. We have a best of one series. You're the favorites of the matchups. There's so many factors that you need to get into your head, and maybe just hold them back in your head. Don't let it get close upon you, because it maybe get you in distress, makes you unfocused. Like here, we have a Revs down, not dead but downed. Dipsy tries to swing up on first ghost. Doesn't really get any hits here. Does either take them. Dipsy going on the res. Grenade coming. Sebic in with an entry. Gets Revs down.
Tossing a frag!
Yeah, with a 4 versus 5, this can still go, like, this is still getting very well for the side of Empire Gaming. They're finding the first ways in, but still struggling to get proper control. Let's just look on the side of the study wall, master basement wall, how things have been going. They have thrown the ace charge, but the Mute Jammers are disrupting their problem, and they need to somehow approach, and they need to somehow deal with those in order to get that wall open. And it will be very difficult because they haven't brought any dedicated utility to deal with those, unfortunately.
Oh, Dipsy, get on Nikon here. Another equalizing frag done. 4-on-4 with 1 minute and 4 seconds left. Dex getting up the next, but first goes down. We have double swing, Marty and Dipsy going in for the next. Now it's a 4-on-1, and Sanity will have a very hard time here to get the clutch done. But he begins the clutch, getting on Marty.
Yeah, the first step is set, especially since the members of E-Wave are just getting a little bit more greedy in this 3 versus 1 situation. They now finally seem to be holding their ground a little bit more, as they know the threat of a clutch is still possible. But with the time ticking down, only 30 seconds remaining. Sanity needs to hurry up if he still wants to make things happen. The 3 versus 1 is very much possible, but currently he just seems to be waiting for any E-Wave member to overstep themselves and to expose himself for an easy kill. But so far, it doesn't seem to be happening.
It doesn't really look like that Sanity is trying to play this aggressive either. I think Empire has taken this round as a loss, and they use the last 30 seconds to just go through everything in a team. Maybe talking things another time through, thinking of other solutions. Maybe to just get their head straight for round number 11. And now it really counts, because with the equalizing point is done in round number 10. And we're surely going down the road, and we are closing up to a potential overtime. But first things first, round number 11 will decide which team will get the advantage, try to get this map home in round number 12 with a match point.
Yeah, I
Which
always
team
like.
do you see?
So far, I mean, it's been 2-2 on the side of this half of this round, so it's really difficult to say which team is doing better. But the first time that we now will be seeing the ground floor, the kitchen, dining bomb set of E-Wave, is kind of like making things a little bit difficult to understand or to guess, as we haven't seen this one before. But as I always like to point out, the upcoming 2 rounds are going to be super important, because either we're going to have a winner, as one team could potentially win 2 rounds in a row right now, or if each team will win 1 round, then we will head to overtime for sure. And yeah, just going for this new bomb set for the first time for E-Wave. Yeah, we will get a new, fresh kind of approach from each team, and we'll see how things going.
5 seconds to insertion.
In this sense, we have E-Wave playing it a little bit more from above than Empire in their stakes. So now we have to witness what the game plan of E-Wave is. We have Riz with his Frost, placing the shield close on the master door, but leaving it there, interestingly. Forfeiting that position. Maybe some other of his teammates will regain that position. But we clearly see a top floor take from Empire that they want to play.
Yeah, it's a very understandable kind of approach. Like I already mentioned before, you just it's a very useful position to have in your advantage as both the attacker as a defender. And in this case, EOF really wants to keep it out of control of the offensive side, as they can use it very well in their favor. But for so far, Entropy just setting up to just put the first bit of pressure, opening those castle barricades with those drones. At the same time, First Ghost is already the first person to enter all the way alone. Right here, Statue does do quite a bit of damage there on Dex, the castle, but gets damage himself quite a bit as well in the progress.
First Ghost getting the first kill here against Muddy. Pulling out one of the most important players here from E-Wave. Even though Dipsy can't reconnect here. Moritz in the Frost Trap. So we have a potential 4 against 3 in this moment. We'll have to see if somebody of the mates from Moritz here by Empire can reconnect and get him out of that terrible Frost Trap. Meanwhile, the clock is ticking down.
Yeah, it seems to be very possible as every single defender has fallen back downstairs. This means the attackers now have that full control, which they were looking for. It did cost them quite a bit. They lost one person and 2 of the players suffered a huge bit of damage there on each side. Both Nikon and Morris being very low in HP, which makes it very difficult for them. And the shield pings are coming out. They almost potentially could have hit Dipsy, but it gets a bit of hard cover. Probably, yeah, this wall here is in the way of him getting taken out. Nice attempt.
It really was a nice attempt, and I completely forgot that hard wall there, and I just thought it will be a potential wall bang. And Moritz here getting revs, but Dex coming out here with another refrag in that situation, keeping it even with the teams. 3-on-3. Dipsy slowly crawling up the red stairs. Now getting this side on Bitchy, holding up, getting Bitchy down, drawn out of this round. Advantage taken by Wave.
Yeah, beautiful shotgun kill right there with the DMR shotgun, or the DMR shotgun, as you can kind of call it. But Sanity and Morts each getting 1 kill leaves Dipsy all alone with this difficult weapon to clutch things out. I mean, it's a slug shotgun, which makes the gun behave as a DMR, and those tend to be very difficult, especially on console. And yeah, this brings him to a difficult clutch situation. The only thing that works in his favor is that the time is running out for the offensive side, so they need to go for the defuse, as Morris is go for perfect cover. He takes out Dipsy, wins the round for Empire Gaming, and puts the score on 5-6, match points for Empire.
Strongly played here, and it was very important to get Moritz out of this Frost Trap after he gets revived out of the Frost Trap. He gets into the side and picks up 2 kills here for his team. Very important player here in that round, making the difference to help his friend here on the side, going down for the defuse, holding up the angle, and getting drawn down the last kill. And now we have Empire in round number 12 with the advantage and the opportunity to take this map home, to gain 3 points against E-Wave, and it will be a banger startup for this Playday if they can manage that. But E-Wave will have something against that.
Yeah, indeed, and I'm surprised that we were seeing this bomb site. I mean, Aviator Games has been played 3 times before, of which they lost it 2 times and only managed to win it 1 time, the 3rd time they attempted it. So now they're going there for the 4th time. Somewhat surprises me, but at the same time, they actually must go here. Yeah, actually, no. They could have gone back to... No. Forget it. I'm just talking complete nonsense. They only really have this option besides the library living room bomb site, which is, like I already explained before, it's not a very viable bomb site. Not many teams like to go there or know how to go there, how to defend a bomb site like that. And for this reason, it's actually very understandable, but a bit unfortunate there for E-Wave, as the stats on that bomb site don't look too great at the moment.
It is understandable, but still, I have in the past days seen matches in other leagues where we have very often seen maps played at Villa, and we have very often seen that particular side on living, because we have talked with teams and they just say, when we're playing against teams that are very long existent, that are good in training, that side has been left out so often by the teams. So not many teams have a strat on attack against or either defend it. So many other teams that play this map want to play that particular spot just to get the opponents red-handed, and that very often functions. In the past matches I've saw, we have played that spot 5 times, and every 5 rounds defenders won that spot. That's a very good stat, in my opinion.
It certainly is, and as this potential final round is now has been starting, we already lost one player on the side of E-Wave. He was one of those players trying to hold back as long as possible. Unfortunately, did not succeed, and already managed to take him out. So it's now 4 versus 5 situation, with just a little bit of damage there on the side of Nikon, but the attack is already getting very close towards the bomb site, taking control over 19 very soon from now. It's the Forest Ghost already taking this control, after which they soon will be able to go for the bridge on the vault wall. Miraculously, somehow avoiding the C4 from Riswas was seemingly playing downstairs, and therefore players staying alive a little bit longer, but through the verticality, he can do a bit of damage, but again, unfortunately, no kill there. But okay, he just retries, finds where he goes, takes off his head, and equalizes things and brings things to a 4-4.
And in that situation, I just think the first guys just wanted a little too much there, risked it a little unnecessarily, and falling down there could be a potentially seen unnecessary situation here from Empire.
And currently, E-Wave giving their absolute best for this potential final round. They really, really want to win this round to still have a chance for the win in the overtime. And so far, it's going very well. They're managing to hold back the attackers very well, even though the attacks are already on the doorstep for quite a bit of time. But so far, they're really struggling to make the actual entry. Also, Mati playing a study, getting damaged so much, but not getting taken out. The kills that Empire is looking for are just not happening. And with 15 seconds, this will be one big bloodbath.
Revs swinging around, getting Nikon and Bitchy out, doing an awesome double kill. Matty Hall getting on Moritz. And it is a nightmare situation for Empire. And Revs gets this last one, gets a triple kill here. Absolutely stunning play by E-Wave. And it turned into a nightmare for Empire. Empire had the lines, had the vision on their opponents so often in this round, but didn't potentially get the kills managed to done. And that's the big problem in that round. So we have a 6-6, and we're heading to overtime.
Yeah, this is a bit of a tough one because it was 3 rounds for each team on each side, so it's very difficult to tell which team is better on which side. And yeah, of course, with overtime, the roles will swap every single round. And with the upcoming 3 rounds, a team needs to win 2 out of those to secure the match. The question is, will it take 2 rounds, or will we go to full overtime with a 7-8 or 8-7 score? It's E-Wave starting as the defending team, and for this first round, they will be going to bomb site. They have won before as well. And this is the trophy statuary bomb sites.
The potential best spot here from E-Wave on Villa in this matchup so far. And I think they're very confident on that spot. Even though Empire had their moments, made a struggle very real for E-Wave sometimes here. But it is the best shot E-Wave got, and they will try their best to get this home, to get the advantage done for round number 14. But now we are in round number 13, and we'll see where does Empire come from.
Yeah, just a little bit of a late setup there on the most southern side of the map. Just late reinforcements happening. Currently not a single member of Empire playing there or spawning there for now. But those can always turn in to be handy. For now, the attackers are just trying to find the first way in. C4's already in hand of Revs. Is he looking for someone towards a window? There is no one there, so he can look as long as he wants. But he will not find anyone anytime soon. But meanwhile, the Mozzie drones, or Mozzie pests, as I should say, are kind of preventing the attacking team to just get the first bit of information as the drones have been blocked off.
But as we see, 45 seconds played so far, and it seems like we were seeing the most standard way to approach this spot for the attackers, going from bathroom and master again. Play against mute coming up, and now we have an ace playing against the breach, kind of hitting the breach a little low there. I think that wasn't as planned.
Well, that might indeed not have been planned, but in the meanwhile, the attackers are already very successful at opening walls. Within the first 1.5 minutes, they have opened quite a bit of walls, making it very difficult for the defending team to play on site. As Nikon gets a kill, Ravs is matching with a kill on Nikon. Immediately a refrag happening right there, with a lot of pressure happening there on the defensive side, making it almost impossible for Mati to find a safe place to be playing in, because he can easily be contested from any angle at the moment. And also before he goes taking out wrist rest, turns things into a 3 versus 4. Oh, but also another more members of the side of E-Wave falling. It's Dipsy getting 1 kill on Forest Ghost, but leaving himself in this 1 versus 2 situation. It is very much clutchable. There's still 1 minute on the clock, but his position seems to be known. The attackers are hunting him, throwing flashbangs in his direction. He's getting flashbanged. He does not know where to look at the moment. As the flashbang, unfortunately, warns out. There's still not enough time. It's Moritz getting the final kill, securing the first round for the offensive side of Empire, putting the score on 6-7, match point once more.
And now Empire has the cards in their own hands, the fate in their own hands, as we would say normally. And now they have the opportunity to pick their most wanted spot, their spot that functioned the best for them in their take of the 6 rounds in the defense. And we look like that we go to Trophy and Statuary, spot that we just saw from E-Wave.
Defenders, protect your bombs.
And now it's all or nothing. Round 15 for E-Wave or win for Empire. And in the second we're talking right now, I kind of see Empire a little step ahead. But it is just an inch. We're talking about a small inch.
Yeah, surely. I mean, of course, the momentum is working in their favor right now. Also, they will have a bit of a morale boost. They are on the match points. They only need to win 1 out of the upcoming 2 rounds, where you need to win 2 rounds in a row without losing a single to still be victorious. The only positive thing for either of these 2 teams is that they will both at least earn 1 point, so they will leave that 3-point mark and will be like in a bit, even still in the upper 4 of their group. But I can imagine that these teams would like to get 2 points instead of that 1 point, and that's where this round or the upcoming 2 rounds are going to be very important. Interesting pick coming from the side of Dipsy, an operator that we tend not to see too often. That's Brava. Let's see what she can do. Because of course there's Valkyrie, there's Ramai, there's the Jaeger and the Mute. Lots of utility that he can hack, and we'll see how in what extent he can actually find some utility.
Interestingly, now we're seeing the approach by E-Wave, a very spread approach in my opinion, for this folding round where it's all or nothing situation. We have Sanity in dining again, and we had an entry try by Ravs down beneath and Wineseller, but he forfeited that idea, gets out again, gets to safety, and we will see a different approach. Minute gone from round 14.
Indeed, a minute gone still. Lots of droning happening, information gathering, capturing bits of utility. That's Valkyrie cams going to the side of the attackers, which can be very, very valuable. First AS charges also coming out to just take and peel off those layers of defensive setup that the members of E-Wave have prepared. And this way, slowly, the attackers will get a little bit of upper hand, will have more lines of sight and entry points, and will make things very difficult for the members of Empire.
It does make it very hard, but even though I think E-Wave are standing a little bit much still in this situation, can't really move much forward. And now, as I speak, Rav's getting the first kill. Negon gets Muddy, Savage gets Dipsy in the trade with Pitchy. That's interesting there.
Yeah, with 1 minute of the clock, the attackers need to make their move. Both only Ravs is very low HP, so Insanity. C4 being thrown, but shot out mid-air. Huge save there from the ace playing in the bathrooms, and the position of Valkyrie hereby is also known. So very difficult position to be in, but at the same time also strong position to be in, as you can deny the player on the window from the rappel in. Lots of journey still happening. Attackers still gathering the information, trying to find those defenders. As Nico gets damaged quite a bit. Ristas finds his way in, just passes the Valkyrie. More to kill on Dex. It's a 2 versus 3 with 30 seconds on the clock. Well, Ristas gets 2. He takes out 2 of the defender, and then Refs with the final kill, taking out Nikon. It's another round, this time going to the other side, which is E-Wave, turning things into a 7-7 score. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to full overtime. Gonna play every single round available to us. 15 rounds right here, and it's a 7-7 score. So it's match points, overtime match points for either team, meaning whoever wins this upcoming round is gonna take all 2 points, and the loser will only take 1.
And I will absolutely say it isn't what I expected from the match, but it is absolutely what I was hoping for. We're going full distance with both teams here, playing their very best at Villa. Even still still, we are in an amateur level, so we're having a few flaws on both teams, but that's normal. But these flaws get such punished by each other team. We'll have seen it 14 rounds in a row. Every single small fault or flaw will get punished. And that's why we're sitting here with a 7-7 round 15.
I mean,
And now
amateur level or not, this is the highest level that you can basically get on console at the moment. I mean, I would say that ESA is one of the bigger competitions with one of the best teams that really exist within Europe, and a very nice prize pool of almost 2,000 euros, which is very, very nice to see.
Attackers are moving out to
So both
locate
these
a bomb
teams, I
and
mean,
defuse
giving
it.
the absolute maximum in this case to try and win, to try to get as far as they can, to even secure the title potentially. Still a long way to go, of course, because we're only in stage 1, after which we have stage 2, and then stage 3, where the finals are happening. But every bit counts. All these teams want to get the best kind of seeding towards the second stage, and at least make it to stage 2 as well. And that's what these matches are for.
So the droning phase for Empire has begun. They're droning out the utility, and it looks like another approach from bedroom and from bathroom. Like we've seen so many times from Empire. They truly believe in their anti-rays. So does Revs in his skills of denying those. Revs positioned on the backstairs here on Astro.
Yeah, it's really the attackers just looking for the first bit of information, trying to find one of those first defenders, which they can hopefully take out. With meanwhile, Forest goes trying to make the first approach as the wall has been opened up. He can make his way into statuary, but there's still one player below, which is the Mozzie. We have been seeing throwing Forest before. But for now, the attackers are able to get some control, getting further and further from where they soon will be able to put some pressure onto the hallways near the bomb site.
And that was a close one here. Nearly Dex running into the pre-fire of Sanity here in the 90 window.
Yeah, and as Dipsy is getting that first kill, he takes out Nico, but immediately gets punished by Morris, who just plays lots of nomad traps to just counter the flank and take out one of the flankers. But unfortunately, Mati getting a kill instead Bachi, taking out one player on the offensive side. It's a 4 versus 3. We can really go either way, but Mati getting another one of Force goes. It's currently Team E-Wave with a double man advantage, double the amount of players alive on their side, and Ascendancy also suffers a huge amount of damage. Things will get very difficult for him to win any future gunfights. Morris trying to get closer with a 4 versus 2 and only 40 seconds remaining. I think this is going to be very difficult for Team Empire.
I don't want to be rough on Empire, but it's around here in round 15 where it kind of needs a little miracle to make it possible for Empire. They will have to surely press upon a charge here, do a push, and it will either go each way, but it looks like E-Wave is ready for this push coming. Sanity out of Riz Raz. The next gunfight, and Riz gets Moritz down, and that's E-Wave getting round 15 on their hands. So GG, 8-7. E-Wave takes this map home.
Yeah, beautiful first map for the day, going to every single round. We're seeing every single of them, but in the end, E-Wave here with an 8-7 score, struggling till the very last moment, giving it all they got, but in the end, they did secure the win, which is the most important. 2 points go to E-Wave, and 1 point will go to Empire. A beautiful match till the very last moment of this this match, very beautiful rounds, but in the end, Empire falling to the hands of E-Wave. E-Wave taking out so many members of Empire as they were trying to make the entry, and then just leaving them in such a difficult position with a beautiful defensive setup on their bomb sites, not leaving any opportunity for the members of Empire, who even didn't know what to do towards the last final seconds, even trying to go for a rotation as they know there were so many eyes focused on them from the landing side. But of course, then the Mira waiting there on 90, taking out those last players and just not giving any chance there for Empire.
Absolutely, and E-Wave just showed us how in which ways you can play Villa. They played it completely wide up on the second floor. They used every angle they had from beneath that you saw with Mati doing that double kill, using the areas that he is having off of space. And it just shows that E-Wave knows the maps very well, knows how they can rotate, which angles they can get, which angles they can use. And that was the most impacted reason why it wasn't enough for Empire here in round 15, after my opinion.
No, it was a very difficult match. With this match being done, again, like I said, it's 2 points for E-Wave, 1 for Empire. And yeah, we just have one more match remaining. Let me just quickly bring up the schedule here. Originally, there were 3 matches planned for today. And if you tune in late, you might not have heard yet. But the match between Minions and Nemesis by Nightwolf was unfortunately forfeited by the Nightwolves team. For which reason that match will obviously not be played. But luckily, we have been able to pull back the match between Cook and Disco Pogo by Votem a bit more. And hopefully in about 15 minutes from now, we'll be back with the final match for today. So grab a drink, go to the toilet, whatever, chill for a moment. We'll hope to see you all in 15 minutes with the final match for today. See you soon. And welcome back, everyone. After a very short break, we're back with the final match for today. It's still me, Boz and Max, accompanied by Mighty. And together, we're going to do this final match today between Team Cook and Votem Disco Pogo.
Yeah, and I'm very drawn to that match because I've been looking forward to kind of get a grip on Disco Pogo Voodoo because I've heard of this team so long and I've never really had an opportunity to cast those guys. And now I finally get the chance, and another team that I don't really know with Team Cook. So it is even more fun to get 10 players at the same time to know better. So I'm very interested to see what those teams will bring us. And I will say, let's without further ado, get into what map we will see.
Yes, surely we can just jump straight to that if you want. That's fine. Let me see the map bands right there. There we go. So the map bands are loading in. We can see which map we're going, and that's going to be Cafe Dostoyevsky. We can see which maps were banned by each team, but Cafe Dostoyevsky is going to be the first map, or the map for today, and it's going to be Team Cook, Team Blue on the offense, and Disco Pogo on the defense. Well, meanwhile, we can also talk a bit more about the teams itself, because I mean, like you already said, Cook, we don't really know them too well yet. The only thing we have kind of seen from them is that they have played 8 maps, or at least 8 maps are recorded on Wikipedia, of which they only managed to win 37%, which isn't too great, isn't too promising for them. But hopefully they can get things back together and hopefully be a bit more successful. At the same time, Disco Pogo by Votem, they have been around a little bit more longer. They have beat teams like Kanji with 2-0 in Amnesty League. They have beat MVG Germany with an 8-6 score in RSX. So it kind of tells something what Disco Pogo is capable of. And if we look at their map bands again, of the map stats again, they have played 20 maps, of which they won exactly 50%. So 10 out of 20 were won by their side. As usual, we also do our little prediction from the side of our community. So let's also take a quick look on what we're actually seeing right there. And then we can jump straight into this final match for today. So as the community has voted, it's a 35% versus the 65% in the favor of Disco Pogo by Votem. And I guess this is not too surprising. I mean, it's a little bit closer than the previous match. And I'm hoping that we also will see a bit of a close match like the previous one. But for now, clearly, the community is siding with Disco Pogo.
Yep. The community has chosen its favorite for this map, and it will be Disco Pogo by Voodoo. And for me, for instance, I can't really say much against the community here. I will just be neutral. I don't know the teams. I don't know how they will play, how they will do on the map. So I will just lean back, enjoy the show with you guys, and try to make the best out of it. And as we see the map trailer going by, we are in Cafe. And let's get right smoothly into the operator bands.
Indeed, the operator
first band.
Oh, sorry, yes, indeed.
With the first band coming from Disco Pogo here, and it's hitting the Jackal, an operator that's very often banned here on the console. An operator that's awesomely good to deny for the defenders, so they can roam a little bit smoothly down, a little bit more chill, doesn't get hunted down immediately with those footprint scanners. Next spawn is the Nuck that we have shown on the first map. Nuck, as I said, at the first map, very strong operator with it. ability, the gun and the grenades. Another operator that can be very dangerous here on Cafe because we, as well as on Villa, we have many dark corners. We have many potential spots where you can play with the grenades vertically. So not very unusual, those bans indeed.
No, indeed, and this is followed by another common operator band. This is Azami. I mean, just the master architect in Siege. He can really reshape some of the lineup, the lines of sights, excuse me, towards her favor. And the final one, another one, very specialized in creating line of sights, is Mira. Very commonly played operator on a map like Cafe, and very understandable to see her being banned. So, as we're now going to the first rounds of Café Dostoevsky, we're starting out with Team Cook on the offense and Discopogo on the defense. And for the first round from the defense of Discopogo, we'll be heading over to Bar Cocktail Lounge, the top floor bomb site,
Attackers need to locate
which is
and
a
defuse
very,
the bomb.
very common first pick. Interestingly, with the map as Cafe, like as Chamberlain especially likes to point out, the first 30 seconds usually of this map tends to get wasted out, as attackers usually need to make their way towards the top floor, the rooftop, as you can see right here. And yeah, this is just one of the interesting
Attackers
things
have
about
discovered the
Cafe.
location
So
of
many
bombs.
levels and lots of repelling involved.
Stay clear of the blast zone. Magnets ready.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of a little bit not confused, but I'm very interested in the build-up here. We have the pixel with the shield at standard, the hatch reinforced. We have also the headlines from bathroom. Even though the jump rotation is also in place into the freezer.
Attackers are
We
heading
will
out.
see some active play in bathroom and pixel, I think, going against to the side of mini and a double breach until red stairs here from the mini. And approach comes from Team Cook from the northern side, all along with Iana coming from west side, from the market area.
Yeah, just attackers making the way towards the building, like I said before. Sledge, of course, really very useful operator to just open up these rooftop hatches, which practically needs to be opened up. I mean, you can enter from the skylight, you can enter from some of the windows. It's just so convenient, as they provided quite a safe entry, especially the one towards the red stairs. Nomad also in play, can place her Nomad air jabs to secure the flank positions. And from here also, Ace will be throwing his first A charges to open up some of the walls. They will get a lot of pressure there on the defensive side. Meanwhile, Wamai playing there in Cigar Lounge, falling back towards the deployable shield, a very common and very strong position for him to play in. Can easily throw his Wamai disc to strengthen position, but the Flores drone just comes straight in and absolutely destroys his plan. The deployable shield already taken out, which makes the defense of the Cocktail Lounge way more difficult. Or sorry, Cigar Lounge.
And a little bit lucky here in the outcome with Smash, having to forfeit the position on Pixel, trying to recover back on the side over bathroom and freezer, and makes a little cheeky movement there on the headline, nearly gets taken out there, but gladly he survives, gets on the safe area. But at the same time, we have Team Cook now on Sigger and close up on the launch area, making pressure on the side, but still looking at the clock. We have only 1 minute left, and it will be intense.
Still only 1 minute left and still a full 5 versus 5. A bit of damage done on each side, but there's nothing happening too much yet. I think it's just looking for the first ways in and actually struggling to make an entry. They just need to get that first kill to hopefully have a bit more of a chance to make it into the bomb set a bit safe. But for now, things are looking very difficult for them. However, the Yana finally finds one to a very sneaky angle all the way into Freezer, takes out the Wamai, and now the first stone has been set. They can start working towards and execute, but with the Valkyrie still downstairs, they need to be very careful.
Yeah, and with that Smash taken out, the first interceptor here against Team Cook drawn out. And we have 18 seconds on the clock. Now Team Cook has to push up on the spot. Superior on the plant.
10 seconds.
Superior down, it jigs down. And now it's Rolling Thunder here. Freddy Till gets another Stealther here with a double P. Gets a team kill and gets thrown out by Prize here. And that escalates quickly.
Yeah.
would I say.
Yeah, like I was actually shocked that when the attack went, offensive team went for a plant in a 4 versus 5 situation. but things just really went south from that moment. I almost thought they would be able to stick it as the cover from especially Washroom was pretty good, but unfortunately they didn't manage to hold it on any longer. I mean, those Echo drones were still intact. Echo potentially getting information, Valkyrie gathering information, potentially even Echo drone. I don't think it was used to stun anyone. But in the end, not even a very unfortunate team kill there in the heat of the moment. I can imagine things will be getting a little bit confusing, especially as you don't have too much time to think whether a player is a foe or a friendly. But for now, it's the first one going there to the side of this Discopogo, putting the score on 0-1.
But in my opinion, we saw a very pretty impressive round here by Discopogo, claiming very huge amount of time here for the round, making it very hard for Team Cook to even get onto the side in the proper time and building up in a proper way. They had to rush upon the side after gaining the positions in Sigur's shop and Sigur Lounge, and after that it kind of lost track a little, and that kind of did pay out for Discopogo here in the instance for Team Cook having to push that rapidly on the side, and that made also cause that team kill in my opinion. But now we have drawn up on the round 2, and Team Cook has another try to make things right.
Indeed, and with the sledge already making his way towards the top floor, he again is going for the easy bridges onto those hatches. We're playing in the library / fireplace bomb side, which is an interesting one. Like I always like to say, the top floor is very valuable for either team. The defenders can defend from above, especially as you can see. The castle has used his secondary shotgun to create various holes to hold down the reading side from above. But at the same time, the attackers also want to get hold of this side to make sure the defenders cannot use it against them, and to actually use it against the defenders and make it very difficult for them to play inside. So soon the attackers will start making their first approach. They are already entering the top floor, already making their way into the Sigil Lounge, and here soon the first engagements will happen.
And Soother going for the intercept against Oppenheimer here. Standing on the very top of the white stairs. Aiming down that shield.
Yeah, indeed, and Ash meanwhile getting ready to take care of the deployable shield. A very strong position to be in for that Frost. As Freddy gets his first kill, that's unfortunately Yana taken care of. No more nades, no more scouting with her holograms. A great gun off the board as well, and that's the first challenge there for the defensive side. Sutter getting surprised by a player that was standing on top of a table, finding a lot of damage, taking out Sutter as well, finding almost another one inside of the freezer, but no, it's Mac taking out Snowball, turning it into 3 versus 4, but also Mac getting a lot of trouble there from the Frost, who's still playing upstairs and now just falling back.
Still here, after some hectic moments, Discopogo is still an advantage. Oppenheimer gets here a little into trouble, but even here he gets the right second to drawn out of the action. Pull back, get to safety. Meanwhile, now Team Cook has gained advantage of the first key position, holding down top floor completely alone.
Yeah, these are the verticals that I said that were so powerful, and Mac has managed to get a first kill there on Freddy, equalizing the man count a little bit better, which will provide some opportunities. But there's only 15 seconds, lots of damage done on the defensive side. They need to, offensive side, need to be very careful. But somehow the ace has made it safe into library, is going for the plant, and as the Sledge is able to cover from a very strong position, can easily deny any rotate. Takes out the Frost. The Jaeger also getting taken out, potentially through the verticality. It's all coming out of prize. Who finds one, takes out AG, but still the 2 versus 1 post-win situation with this Oppenheimer, his teammate being injured, going for the revive to increase his chances. As the timer ticks on, the time is something he does not have much. They need to find 2, need to go for the defuse, and unfortunately that's not going very well so far. As Mac then finds a final one, the round goes to the attacking side of Team Cook, and this puts the score on 1-1. And just like the first match of today, we're starting out with an even score after round 2, which makes things promising for me. I think we're up for a very interesting match between these 2 teams, a well-matched match potentially. I mean, the community vote was way closer than the first match of today, and I kind of hope that we go towards that 5-7 score, or potentially even overtime. And so far, we're on a good track to make that happen.
We are on a good track, and we have seen here 2 rounds where Disco Pogo gets to the management of stealing lots amounts of time off the clock from Team Cook. But Team Cook here, this time in the round number 2, a little bit more comfortable in the situation of having very less time going clear on the plant. They know they have the site for themselves, dropping down, making its move into the site, getting down to the plant, and then keeping the lines and the flanks clear. So we have a one-on-one point of stand, point of view. And now we are drawn to round number 3, where we see the same spot again.
Yeah, same spot again, similar kind of setup. I mean, it was a very close round. It could have gone to the side of the members of Disco Pogo. And with a second attempt and potentially a little bit of better executes, they could potentially win it this time around. So that's exactly what Disco Pogo is going to attempt. I mean, trying a bomb site 2 times in a row with the same kind of setup. There's no shame in that as long as you really try to analyze what went wrong and how you can do things better. Once again, attackers stacking up here on the top floor, on the rooftop of the building, just opening those hatches again, trying to get those lines of sight. Already some of the Nomads air jabs being placed to shut down any flanks from happening. And as unfortunately spectated the wrong person, it's already Wash getting taken out. The Jaeger by the Ash on the top floor, and things already start out very well for Team Cook with a 5 versus 4.
Now we're getting closer and Smash pulled out here of the rounds. Team Cook nailing to get the first frag in round number 3. Snow, Voltrace and Freddy doing the best they can and getting this refrags, but Eject gets another refrag on Snowball.
Yeah, with the temperature rising too much, the attackers or the defenders are designed to fall back, but unfortunately Oppenheimer, a very nice line of sight was created to see him behind this deployable shield. A position he fought himself to be very invulnerable, but in the end he was very vulnerable and did get taken out. It's a 3 versus 2 with both Freddy and AJ suffering quite a bit of damage, but not too much. They can still work with it, and with it 3 versus 2 and 1 minute and 15 seconds, there's a lot of time for the attackers to put some pressure from above and make it very difficult for those defending players.
I was about to say Freddy has to watch his back from White Steers, and at the moment comes, Kai is already down with his Iana, pulling those backstabbers. Now we have Prize left alone with 3 opponents.
Yeah, 3 versus 1, potentially still some Echo Drones in play which can gather information and potentially deny any plan, but as the Yana hologram unfortunately has found the player, they know about his position, but Price still being able to go for the Echo Drone, denies the defuse, gets a kill there on the Yana as well, but unfortunately AJ still playing in a very strong position, created by himself potentially, causes him to find and take out the Echo and winning the round, causing him to win the round for the attacking side of Team Cook, putting the score on 2-1, and therefore Cook taking the lead.
Smart play played here by Team Cook with EJ standing above, keeping his position clear because clearly the intel that the sledge was still in the top floor wasn't given through to the Echo, and those in that way advantage had in the hands of Cook, and it was absolutely worth it. Made the round for them, and that way they got prize red-handed in that situation. And now we're back at the top floor where we was at round number 1, where it was very hectical in the last seconds. Now I'm wanting to see a round of Team Cook that's like the 2 we have seen now in round number 2 and number 3, a little bit more strategically and a little bit more built up, not overpaced.
No, indeed. I mean, just going back to bomb set that we have seen before so far, the kitchen bomb set is being left out, but no doubt we will see it later. It's just a bit of a difficult bomb set, a bit of a tricky one. And for that reason, I guess some teams tend to avoid it whenever they can. But for now, we're starting with this fourth round. I'm ahead of myself. The 4th round. And once again, the attackers need to ascend towards the top floors, find those ways in, open those hatches, open those windows, put some pressure, and just peel off those layers towards the bomb site to go for execute.
Bomb located by attack.
Yeah, absolutely. As soon as they find the spots to apply pressure on Disco Pogo, the better it is But even though they don't have to overpeak, don't be too aggressive, because we have seen Disco Pogo always holding a little aggressive peaks against those entryways with the defenders. So don't want to be too aggressive, because then you risk falling into the line of sight of an opponent very quick. That could be crucial.
And these crucial moments for these teams, for these players. Meanwhile, this Diana doing a bit of damage, or trying to do a bit of damage, but getting damage herself instead from those windows. So far, the attackers are struggling to make their first way in. The Sophia is one of the first to actually get a bit of entry, but it's Diana getting the kill there on the Tachenka, playing on the wide hallway. Therefore, the road has been clear for Sophia, and she's just going to approach the wide corner even further. She might soon find herself in a very nasty flanking situation. Finds the Mamias first, is actually finding a second, but no, the Echo is waiting for her, takes her out, but at the same time, the Nomad got a kill as well. Taking out Freddy, right with the kill on Superior. It's a 3 versus 2. And as then the Valkyrie falls to the hands of AJ, it's another kill there from the side of Cook. And well, Cook on a 3-1 position, 2-round advantage over their opponents. They're putting themselves in a very good position for this first half, as there's only 2 rounds remaining. There's still a chance for Disco Pogo to equalize things and turn it into 3-3, sorry. But Cook currently on a good track to get the advantage for the first half.
Absolutely, they have completely get their grip on the ground here after the first round, and are completely blasting away Disco Pogo here with good takes here, with good entries on the run, on the spots, good walkways to the sides, keeping the surprise moment in their hands that often takes on of Disco Pogo here. And now we have a new bomb site rotation. We are down in kitchen area. And now we have a Disco Pogo that is in claim of doing something to react upon those 3 last rounds in a row, to then maybe get the score a little bit more friendly for them for the roll. So because in my opinion, the Cafe still is a quite equalized map from the sides, but still a little bit more defender friendly.
Yeah, also if we look currently into the stats on Wikipedia for ESA Cup, I think 2 matches were only played, so the stats are very limited, but also there it is indeed 59% defensive favorite.
So there you got it, folks. It is defender decided, so now we will have to see if Disco Pogo here in round number 5 can get back on track. It will be very appreciated by those guys to come back here and make it better for themselves, because they have 2 rounds left. They still have a potential chance to equalize before going into the roles of the attacker themselves.
Indeed, and as they are going for top floor control, clearly, I mean, the attackers are putting lots of pressure there. They need to be careful, because Freddy is one of the players playing there. Also, Oppenheimer strengthening things in opposition, playing towards the white stairs, but at the same time, Snowball playing in pillars, getting damaged quite a bit, even almost getting taken out. But it's Freddy with the first opening kill, taking out the sledge. That's going to put a dent in the offense here from the side of Cook. As the sledge is a bit of a crucial operator, can do lots of damage on the side of certain barricades or wooden walls, and those can almost be taken care of easily. There's still a Buck, however, who does find it very, goes for the injury, but Sutter with a finish there, and therefore it's now a 4 versus 4 situation, the equal man count.
But you just see the amount of pressure Team Cook is building up upon Disco Pogo here, just pressurizing out those roamers of Disco Pogo with no mercy given.
No, indeed, and a nasty flank attempt from Wash, unfortunately for him, getting spotted out by a drone, therefore falling back to below. And as he takes it on full top floor control, they can go for the soft breachings to open up the floors. Superior finding the ace, a crucial pick, as the ace can no longer use his cameras to do some damage. Could easily do lots of damage on the side of the attacking players, and this also creates a 4 versus 2 position. An advantage here for the side of Cook, with only Snowball and Wash left standing, where Snowball is very low on HP. Well, meanwhile, it's the ace already making his way into the bomb site, just going for the defuse, and it doesn't seem like there's anyone there to contest things. Wash nowhere to be found. Also, Jaeger working pretty much the top floor, Where are the defenders, you may ask? Unfortunately, they're not there, as Mac does get his kill there on Snowball. So Jaeger taken care of, leaving Wash in this 4 versus 1 post-split situation. 30 seconds to take out 4 players and get the diffuser, which is just practically impossible. And as he mutes, his position seems to be known. Yellow pings are coming out. The chances of the mute are almost nihil that he will be able to clutch things out. Even with the bug, having the top control, having the verticality, mute is just waiting. But in the end, gets taken out by the
Mark
Norwood.
goes in, clears out Smash in the last kill here. Finishing up his 3-man streak of the round. Getting another round home for Team Cook. Now with a 4-1 stand up here. With a potential chance of going into a 5-1 roll swap. If they can get their hands on round 6 as well. And this will maybe be a neck breaker round in my opinion, because if Discopogo doesn't get track of on this round, it doesn't look well for them for the roll swap, because I think Team Cook won't step back a notch in their own defense. They will just keep on doing pressure, making pressure come up on Discopogo, and this could be a very hard one for those guys here.
Yeah, indeed, it's very noteworthy that Cook is doing so well on the offense, and Snowball, Discopogo so far hasn't been able to find a single way to really counter them. Only one round they managed to win, and that was even a close round. And,
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, I think it was a close round. But for now, the final round on their defense, I really hope for them they can get one more. Otherwise, things don't look too great for them. Even worse than they already look at the moment.
Absolutely, and it is kind of a now or never moment here for Discopogo. Now they really have to put all their strength together, build up a concentration for this round to not get drifted away too far, because every single round that Team Cook gets here in advance doesn't only give them a better standing, gets them closer to over the match point, I mean, but it also gives them a more driven momentum. For every round won in advance, the momentum gets higher and gets better for Team Cook, and it will be harder to get this momentum broken.
Yeah, one of the operators who can break the momentum of the offensive side, however, is currently the Form playing a cigar launch, but her position seems to be known. Frag grenades already being thrown in a position, doing a lot of damage. She might be spotted out anytime soon, but it's actually Price getting the first kill there on Ajax. Takes out the sledge once more, and Snowball still playing his position, but it's being extremely low HP. The second nade's coming out, even though it's thrown pretty far away. That single little bit of damage, maybe just a few HP, is enough to take out Snowball. And we're back to equal 4 versus 4. And that's the first line of the line of defense taken care of, with only Oppenheimer now playing here in the Secret Shop closet, trying to hold back the attackers as long as possible.
It is, and now we have the half time of the round number 6. We still have 4 operators on each side, still remaining. Now within the drop, and Oppenheimer gaps Mark out here, gaining the advantage of 1 manpower of buff for Discopogo. And it is a kind of a cheated position, but even here, Souther opens the drop, opens the hatch below Oppenheimer, and gets Oppenheimer pulled out of this round.
Yeah, Ramai fighting himself, trying to just look for anyone crossing his line of sight, but unfortunately continuously just having a bad timing and therefore avoiding people for the moment. Meanwhile, attackers are getting the first bit of control. We do hear some of those torn traps going off, but unfortunately not finding anyone. It's a bit of a rare thing really for now. The attackers are just getting further and further control. Yana already scouting ahead. No, it's not the Yana drone, it's actually herself. It's not her hologram. She finds 1, she finds 2, takes a Wash and Price, leaving Freddy all alone. Will she get a third? No, she gets injured, but it's still 2 versus 1. With her not included at the moment. So Freddy needs to do it all for the team, and potentially even Yana getting revived anytime soon.
Oh, he has the vision on Souther, gets Souther down, but Supper jumps in and gets Freddy, and that's another refrag, and that does it for this time, for this half time on the map. 5-1 roll swap for Team Cook.
Yeah. That's a very interesting score for them to go with the roll swap in, or to go for the roll swap. It's a very strong score, even because, like we already pointed out before, this is a very defensive favorite map. Maybe a little bit less defensive favorite after today, after Cook managed to win 4 rounds on the offense. The stats will shift a little bit. It will no longer be as defensive favorite as before, but it will likely still, in general, Café Dostoevsky is defensive favorite, and the fact that they're not playing on the defense should only help them further.
Absolutely. And for instance, we have to talk about it. We're just looking at a team with Cook here. Another team that's, after the community vote, we have another underdog here who overperforming way above the community's thoughts and making Discopogo stand here a little bit, in the backside and their own shadows.
Yeah.
And I really can't think that this is the way Discopogo imagined this match will go, or this match could be. But we really see that they're struggling. They can't really find a solution or an answer to the way that Cook is playing or building up their strategies. But now we have the role swap done, and now we have to see if Discopogo in the... Either way, just like Team Cook, can get an advantage done in the attacking side.
Indeed, and just like Cook, it seems like that the members here of Discopogo really favor the top floor control, which is very understandable. Hatches already being open, that's where Buck comes in very handy, and from here they will be able to put that first bit of pressure anytime soon. Excuse me. Lots of journey happening, finding those frost traps, but not finding any player directly yet. It's actually Freddy already getting taken out. Why did this even happen? Was this a window repel gone wrong? I guess so, yes. It was Ash taking off the window repel. A beautiful opening pick there for the castle. Something you wouldn't expect with an UMP, which is one of the worst guns in this game. And taking Ash, of course, does 100% damage. And therefore, it's a beautiful kill. It seems, however, we had a little stowaway there near the piano with Frost getting 1 kill, after which she was taken out. But then it's Mac with another kill. It's a 4 versus 2 situation. Double the amount of players alive on the defensive side versus the offensive side. Therefore, is Discopogo in a very difficult position to still be able to clutch things out. And also with, I was looking for the player, but it wasn't the one my laying on a position, finding price. It's all coming down to Snowball, the ace. In the 4 versus 1 position, he needs to do it for the team.
And I really don't want to paint out the obvious for this round. Surely, if it doesn't bring up on a little miracle, no, it doesn't. Man gets the last kill above on Snowball, and now we have a situation that no one of us expected. Team Cook here in the lead with 6-1, having the opportunity to cash in those 3 points in round number 8, and making this a very short evening for Discopogo on Café Dostoevsky here.
Yeah, this is a very interesting situation, a 6-1 score, which could be turned to a 7-1. And to give you a little interesting fact, out of the 32 matches that have been played so far, only 2 went to a 7-1 score. So that will be a very rare occasion here within ESA Cup Season 6. But it is very much possible that Team Cook will be adding another one of those, which is a beautiful score for them, of course, on the leaderboards. But it's not over yet. I can imagine Discopogo still has a little bit of energy to fight with. They might be running out soon, and also the morale might not be too high, but there is still a chance that they at least get a few more rounds on the boards before they go down under with the ship.
It is. And now we have the most certain situation for a team that also can give you a very much strength, because now you're standing with your back at the wall. You have to win. You can't lose one more single round, or you have lost this match. And as me coming from the ice hockey sport, it is completely do or die situation. You gotta make the best out of it. You gotta play full force with every single bit and drop of energy that you got to make things right. And Discopogo's mission is indeed to deny these match points 5 times in a row, with the first one coming up now, surely.
Yeah, this could be over very soon. Attack already making their way towards the top floor. Again, that bug just opening those hatches, something he's very, very good at, of course. He's a great operator for those, just like the sledge. And they say attackers will get the first lines of sight and entry points. But hey, this might just happen really fast already. This is not what Team Cook was looking for. Price having a very sneaky angle, and Mankai just completely falling for it. Already getting taken out. And at least, finally, things are starting out a little bit better for Team Discopogo. The question is they're still, will they be able to maintain this advantage, or will they eventually lose it?
Meanwhile, Mac is drawn up by Price, but Snowball can directly reconnect and refrag his teammate. Now Disco Pogo in advantage for once.
An advantage for once indeed. However, the attacking team seems to be aware of the position of Sutter, playing downstairs, barely making it out, but still not getting damaged a single bit, and doing damage on Freddy, however. So at least he got something out of it anyway. But right now, you just have a little bit of a stalemate. There's not too much happening yet. Yana getting her way towards the red stairs. From there, she can put some pressure. But here we see the Fenrir utility, a little bit of an action, but not a single defensive player in the area to benefit from it.
But now, with a little bit more than 1 minute on the clock remaining, Disco Pogo now surely has to reconnect up onto the top floor level and begin to build upon positions to really set up, push to the side and get plant going. Meanwhile, Soupy here is trying his best to keep his opponent on distance. Getting huge shots here with the grenade. Gets Oppenheimer down with the shotgun, going in, doing his best. And Souther giving and taking the advantage to her side. Getting another. Freddy getting the refrag on Souther.
Yeah, with this 2 versus 1 situation, there's only 25 seconds remaining. Ash needs to do it for the team, because if she doesn't, they're out. They lose this match. So this is exactly what Freddy is not hoping for. She wants to find those 2 kills, but with the Maestro turn in play, she's continuously being pinged out, and that's the Maestro himself gets the final kill. It's Team Cook winning with a 7-1 score. A beautiful score for them, and I can imagine this is a bit of a moment for Disco Pogo to question what went wrong.
Absolutely, an awesome score for Team Cook, and a very unfortunate standing and outcome for Team Disco Pogo. That didn't surely search for this outcome. They wanted something better for themselves. They wanted those 3 points as much as Team Cook wanted them. But in the outcome, Team Cook just found the right buttons to press on the keyboard from Disco Pogo to knock him out shortly after 1 round loss at the very first round, and afterwards doing 7 rounds flawless, more or less.
Yeah, indeed.
I didn't expect this outcome.
No, you didn't expect it, and our community didn't expect it either. I mean, again, what was the percentage again? I have got it right here. It was a 35% for Team Cook and a 65% for Team Disco Pogo. So almost double the amount of people voting for Team Disco Pogo. And yeah, I can imagine some people are very surprised, just like us right here. And potentially even the members of Cook and Disco Pogo being surprised themselves as well. But yeah, after these 2 beautiful matches for today, it is all over for now. We will be back on Friday. Friday, we have more matches coming up. We will be heading over to Group C, where we will be having Entropy versus MVG Germany, Synergy versus Penta, Eternal Synergy that is versus Penta, and Pulse versus Project 100. So 3 beautiful matches coming up. I believe it's going to be Poople and Freddy was going to have a first trial cast for us. And yeah, for now, that's it for today. So I don't know if you have any message for our viewers, anything to say. Otherwise, we're gonna shut down.
For me, I just want to quickly say thank you for having me once more.
You're welcome.
For the completed production team from the ESA. I absolutely love this first time, and I hope that there will be many more in the future upcoming. For everyone out there, thanks for participating as watchers in the matchups. It was always fun to give you the best time possible with our casts. And as my colleague here just named up on the matches for Friday, there are absolutely banger matches within there, especially for the guys that I know that will be in this chat. They also will be here on Friday, because those teams, especially when we're talking about these German teams, there will be folks coming up on there. Those are the banger matches we all want to see, and that's the way I think we will see each other again in the chat on Friday. Until then, I'm out. Mighty. See you in the next one.
Have a good evening. Bye-bye.